Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. So, I've just turned that the wrong way, got my volume blasting in my ears, far too loud. So we're back tonight with round 2, or week 2, of the team versus team event that's been set up. So it's being hosted by the We Are Driven team, and we've got 8 different sim racing groups all involved. We had race 1 last week, or round 1, race 1, week 1, whichever you want to call it, last week at Brands in the Mazdas. Were we at Brands? Flipping it, I can't even remember, look. I can't even remember where we were. Anyway, we were here for week 2 this week. So this week we are at Fuji. We've got a full 1 hour endurance for you lot tonight. We've got a 15-minute qualifier that's just started. It is a full 60-minute enduro. The car of choice tonight is the McLaren 650S GR4, and we are at Fuji with the chicane. So that is the track tonight. Setup. So racing softs and mediums to be used. Tyre wear is at ×4. Fuel is at ×3. Time of day and weather, if you know what that means. It's in the afternoon, and it's some letters and some numbers. It looks pretty sunny out there at the minute on track. So again, there's 2 lobbies running tonight. You've got yourself, myself, not yourself. You've got myself tonight, Dark Smoker, running lobby 1, and we've got Pilgrim Racing running lobby 2. So all points are going to be tallied up this week, and then they get split into their respective lobbies for the next 2 weeks in fast or slow drivers. So leading the way, some of these drivers you might not recognise from last week, obviously. We've got, I hope I get these right, Zybas. He's got 43 points, so currently leading the way at the minute. I couldn't tell you which sim racing team he's racing for. I don't know all the drivers and all their teams. We'll have a look if he's in the lobby tonight. We might get to see his livery. We've got Monkey Man in second with 35 points. EKS Battersby in third with 34 points. Fabuki in fourth with 30 points, alongside Hirokram actually also with 30 points, so joint fourth. GTP Toby with 29 points in 6th. Mocking Week 7th with 28 points. We've got DMK Chalky 12 with 27 points, alongside Wendigo, both joint 7th. We've got Madman Marcus 25 points for 10th. P1 Rob S 21 points for 11th. 12th is Pleasure Craft. He's got 20 points. P1 Don is in 13th with 19 points. The bottom half of the table at the minute, 14th is Manny with 19 points. A few drivers actually with 19 points. RC MBE2 and James Harben all vying for that 14th spot at the minute. 19 points for all 3 of those. Golden Brownie in 17th with 17 points, so handy for him. DMK Dazzler in 18th with 16 points. We've got Marshall 19th with 14 points, alongside ART Batty. We've got ART Chris Char in 21st with 13 points. We've got ART Mad Lad on a pad, or Maldonard pad as I like to call him, on 11 points, alongside DMK Sven and DMK Aldo for 23rd and 24th, but joint 22nd really. Rick GTR in 25th with 10 points, and ART OM Dalton 84 at the bottom of the pile there with just 4 points on the board. So a couple of penalties from last week that might carry over into this week, all in the other lobby. Fortunately, we didn't see any action in this lobby. So Dalton, he got picked up for bumping Rick GTR off the track, so he loses 3 places. Dalton again, unfortunately, bumping Rick GTR off track again. Oof, 3-place loss. And Monkman Macho, he bumped Sven off the track, so he picked up a 3-place penalty as well. So that's points and set up for the evening. Let's get ourselves in. So merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Let me know if you want any of those. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com. Fitzruckus, evening, brother. Timasju will change Zybas for the rest of the season. Oh, is Zybas not racing anymore? Okay. So new driver in then, by the sounds of it. Right, sound is on. Let me remember that bit. I always forget that bit. Let me turn the cars up a little bit as well. I think they were a little bit quiet last week. Right, so let's go and have a quick look who's in. We've got Battersby, Wendigo, we've got Rob S, Mad Lad on a Pad, Batty, Mocking Weeks, RCMBE2, Sven. We've got James Harben, we've got Rick 33 GTR, TRG Tatey, Monkey Man Macho, and Hirokram. 13 drivers in the lobby tonight then. Right, So a few laps have already gone in this qualifying session, so let me turn the nonsense on quickly. It is currently this man, Monkey Man Macho, on pole. 1:44.7 currently for him. So again, there will be new drivers in this lobby tonight, and some of the drivers from this lobby last week will be in the lobby that Pilgrim Racing is covering. Mr. Hepburn, evening. Excuse me. A little bit of the sniffles then. EKS Battersby sitting in second at the minute. He's got himself a 1:45.1. Just under 4 tenths. Just coming up to the line actually. 1:44.5. That sticks him on pole for the time being. Quarter of a second faster than Monkey Man Macho. Just catching him at the right time then. Battersby taking pole for the time being. Monkey Man Macho now in second. Mocking Weeks in third. A 1:45.7 on the board for him. Wendigo is in fourth with a 1:45.7. Rob S in fifth currently. 1:45.8. Just gets turn one a little bit wrong. Mad Lad on a pad 7th, 1:45.8 as well for him. ART Batty in 8th. He's got himself a 1:45.8 on James Harbin in 9th, 1:45.9. RC MBE2 10th. No time on the board for MBE2, but he's obviously set a time. He's in that 10th position. Sven then in 11th, 1:46.4. Rick 33 GTR in 12th, 1:47.3. Tatey 1:48.8. It is still this man on pole for the time being. So 1:44.5 is the time to beat. I've still got the dirty lobbies going on then. Still getting a little bit of wobble on some of these. Ooh, Monkey Man Macho going a little bit wide through the almost hairpin. In fact, I don't even know if I've got a track map for Fuji. Let's have a look through my little stack of papers, shall we? You lot enjoy Hirokram's driving for a minute. Just hold on. Don't tell me I've not got Fuji. Like 15 mount panoramas. Is that what is it? God damn it, no Fuji. Alright, I'll just get one of those. That's enough of you, Hirokram, as well. We've seen enough of you. So drivers throwing themselves in the pits then, sticking on a fresh set of tyres, trying to better these laps. A few drivers sitting quite patiently actually. So it's a full 1 hour endurance tonight. Again, mediums and did I say mediums and hards? Have I forgotten already? But I don't even know where I've put my mobile phone now, look. Let me just pull that image up quickly. Come on, where are you? Oh, it's softs and mediums, apologies. Softs and mediums have got to be used. Tyre wear is at ×4. Now that lad on a pad, see how he gets on this week. Battersby just staying out of the way of RC MBE2, teammate. He's obviously on a hot lap. I wonder if any of these teams have got lobby chats going, talking to each other, or whether they're all just in a chaotic banter chat, the whole lot of them. Let's see what RCMBE2 puts in. So 1:05.7, so it doesn't update. If you noticed, RCMBE's time is both his lap times the same red. Then I'll flick off to a different driver and flick back, and it all comes right. So who knows? Again, still got these slightly twitchy lobbies with PlayStations. Pit crew's out in force. Just waiting for Monkey Man Macho to come in, get a fresh set of boots on, try and get that pole position back off of this man, EKS Battersby. Still got that 0.281 second lead over Macho Man. He's not been able to close that up any. Club 100 DSC boys getting shouts in the chat. Evening, Mr. Elliott. Mr. Battersby, that's not the line. So let's hope the weather stays okay. It's a decent track in the dry. It's not so nice in the wet here at Fuji. Especially with the big chicane. This bit we're actually watching, not with that bit on track. So what are we? 11 minutes into qualifying. It is still this man on pole. Wasting some fuel before he starts the next hot lap. So we'll have a flick through and have a quick look at some liveries then. LT Racing Club on the port side for Monkey Man Macho. It's actually got LT in his name. Hiragram, big MRC logo smashed down the side of his. We are driven on board for Mocking Weeks. Stretching those track limits. We just missed Wendigo, also in the LT Racing Club livery. Club 100 for RCMBE2. We've seen teammate EKS Battersby on board. We're not going to get to see Robs because he's in the pits. ART Batty, I think very similar livery to last week in the Mazdas. Standard livery for ART Madlad on a pad. No livery on board for the 650S this week. Wet last 10 minutes. Oh, is that what that means then, Jay? Is it those settings? What were they? S6, X3, S14, X2, CO5, X3, R01, and X1. Whatever they all mean. I'm assuming that R is rain. Is it? Mr. Harben also driving for the MRC team. Sven then DSC smashed down the side of his Dark Smoke Collective. That's not what it means at all. 33 getting a bit of a wobble on through there. RCMBE2. It is only qualifying, boys. Tate also with the DSC livery on. Very light rain. Oh, that's boring. We want really heavy rain, dangerous, hail-like rain is what we want. Can't even see out your windscreen as you're blamming down here. So it's looking better for EKS Battersby then to sit on his pole position. We've got a minute and a half left of qualifying. And he's still got that 0.281 of a second. Nobody been able to close that down on him anymore. Drivers in the background just cutting that corner, well not cutting it, but stretching that corner. A final minute of qualifying then. EKS Battersby get one more opportunity to cement that pole position. More rain required. Alright, we'll speak to the lobby gods when this one's over. I assume that each team has had some kind of input in terms of track or car or weather. Correct. Yeah. It depends though, if they start with, they've got to have a certain amount of mediums and softs, or Or can they stick a set of mediums on for like 3 laps, come in and stick softs on for the rest of the race? I don't know. I don't know what the ins and outs are of the full rules and regs. Ooh, that is it. Qualifying over. Battersby just gets across the line. Monkey Man's not going to have an opportunity. Final lap being thrown up then. Wendigo gets through. Mad Lad on a pad. Done. So just the people left on circuit then. Well, I mean everyone's left on circuit, but just people left across the line. Got just coming across there. That is, come on, it's Monkey Man Macho. Oh, he's done it. Oh, he's done it. What a blaster. Right at the end of qualifying on that very final lap. You cheeky boy, Monkey Man. Cheeky boy. Right at the very end. Beats him by a 10th, so sticks himself on pole. Oh, I can imagine EKS Battersby is absolutely spitting bullets right about now. 3 stop available. Yeah, this is it, you see. That's going to play a big part in it as well. Monkey Man then, cheeky right at the end of qualifying, sticks himself on pole position. EKS Battersby in 2nd, Hivacram 3rd, Wendigo in 4th, ART Mad Lad on a pad in 5th, Mocking Weeks in 6th, RC MBE 2 in 7th, James Harben in 8th, Rob S in 9th, ART Batty in 10th, Sven in 11th, Rick 33 GTR in 12th, and TRG Tatey in 13th. So that is grid order for the race tonight. Again, a full 1 hour endurance here at Fuji. A little bit of rain at the end, but we want lots and lots of rain at the end. That's what we really want. So official results then on screen. Oof, Monkey Man, oof. Pushed right at the end, took that pole sitting lap, 1:44.403. 10th clear of Battersby. 2nd then for him, Hivacram 3rd, Wendigo 4th, Mad Lad on a pad in 5th, Mocking Week 6th, RC MBE 2 in his 7th, James Harben in 8th, Rob S in 9th, ART Batty in 10th, Sven 2176 in 11th, Rick 33 in 12th, and TRG Tatey 13th. There we go. So a little bit of a break just in between qualifying and the race. Give the guys a chance to do what they need to do. I got the go at 21:23. 21:23 on my clock in the top right hand side of your screen, not any clock you're looking at, depending where you are in the world. Obviously, if you're in the UK or somewhere in line with us, then you know it's going to be about the same time. I mean, if you're watching live, it's going to be the same time anyway, because you're watching, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, next week after this race tonight, the drivers get then split up into the fast and the slow lobbies, if you like. No offence to the slow lobby drivers, or the pros and pro-ams, however you want to lay it out. And then we do another 2 weeks set up like that, where we get down to the nitty gritty of this championship. Don't forget to smash all those like buttons, people. Not just the like button, I suppose if there's only one of them. Smash it. I hate saying that. Lightly touch the icon with the thumbs up with your finger, because you're probably using a touchscreen phone or tablet of some description. Maybe a PC. Adjust your mouse pointer over the icon and click. Or just smash that thumbs up button. Come on. Can Monkey Man hold out for the full hour? Battersby was looking pretty quick there, so it'll be interesting to see what strategies get played out as well in the race. Jay in the chat, the YouTube chat, just saying a 1 to 3 stop is all a viable option here. And a little bit of rain coming at the end, so hopefully you've got a little bit of grip left in your tyres. If it's only light rain, it should almost keep a dry line, almost. .45.3 for the fastest lap in the other lobby. Yeah, so that is Pilgrim Racing here on YouTube as well, if you're looking for drivers that aren't in this team versus team. Well, it's Battle of the Groups, okay. Team versus team, Battle of the Groups. It means the same, doesn't it? Unless, of course, you're searching for Battle of the Groups on YouTube. And you might not find it. So, race about to get underway then. 21:23 was the start time. We'll see. Showed you quality results, damn it. There's the results. Monkey Man Macho. Are you taking screenshots? Yeah, you just... Your chat is about 30 seconds behind what I'm showing. And I don't want to be too long in these because I'm going to miss the start of the race. See? 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 I've missed that. That's your fault, Jay. Here it is then. Let me get the nonsense on quickly. So, a full hour, 1 hour endurance coming up here. Fuji, Monkey Man Macho on pole. Can Battersby take it off him before turn 1? Let's see. The lights go on then. Week 2 about to get underway. And here we go. Great start by everybody. Nobody firing off into a pit wall at least. The mid-rears can be a little bit of a handful, especially when their tyres give out a little bit. Battersby having a little look up the inside. Monkey Man trying to run around the outside, but Battersby does sneak that one to take that back off him. Gets himself into pole. Oof, Macho Man gets run a little bit wide through turn 1. Hirokram having a little look up the inside through there, but backs out. Gives Monkey Man that second position back. It is Battersby into the lead then. Monkey Man Macho in second. Hirokram third. Wendigo in fourth. Lad on a pad in 5th, Mockin in 6th, RCMBE2 in 7th, James Harben in 8th, Rob S 9th, tyres squealing there. ART Batty in 10th, Sven in 11th, Rick in 12th, Tatey 13th. Macho back into the lead then. What's happened to Battersby? Was that his tyres we heard screeching? Getting that corner a little bit wrong, giving Macho the advantage, sorry, Monkey, Macho, Man, whichever, the advantage. He now retakes that top spot. These tricky off-camber corners. These might be fun in the wet, to be honest. Stretching those track limits there, Monkey Man. He's stretching out a tiny bit of a gap here as well. He's got half a second over Battersby as we hit this start-finish straight. Ooh, a little wobble there by Battersby. Gap up to 0.7. Almost breaking that slipstream toe for Monkey Man in front. Oh, it's Hirokram's tyres. Okay. He's held it though. He's still in that 4th position. Keeps that 0.7 second gap as they hit turn 1. Battersby second then. The second back to Wendigo in 3rd. Hirokram losing a spot then. Down into 4th. He's got Mad Lad on a pad right behind him. Mocking Weeks looking for a way through as well. Obviously MBE2 Mockin. He's got James Harbin right behind him. He's got a Rob S right behind him. ART Batty as well. Took onto the back end of that little fight. Sven, Rick 33 and Tatey just falling off a little bit. They're about 1.4 seconds off that next pack in front. Look at this. Monkey Man Macho finding another couple of tenths over Battersby. Racing softs on board for him. Okay, we'll just have to see how long he makes those last. Yeah, it's about 0.85, 0.9, it's something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you're about right there, Jay. Gap coming down then. Oh, Monkey Man getting it all wrong through there. He's picked up a half a second penalty as well. Oh, what a shame, just exploring those track limits a little bit too much. He's got the penalty zone coming up here as well. This is going to be a real dent, actually. A lot of drivers are coming up behind him as he loses this penalty. You don't just lose that half a second, you lose about a second. Oh, okay, a little bit of sneaky team action going on then. So Monkey Man Macho lost that time, was almost overtaken by Wendigo, but the teammate said, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, he's messed up his own race though. He's done the old bump drafting on Monkey Man Macho down towards turn 1 to keep himself in the fight with Battersby. Unfortunately, he's just got turn 1 wrong himself, outbraked himself, but there's already a big gap between himself and Hirokram, 1.4 seconds. Wendigo just out of that slipstream range of the top 2 now. I'll give Hirokram and the rest of the drivers a bit of a look. We'll see. Yeah, we will do that. Oh, there it is. So Battersby back into the front then. He is on a set of mediums, the race leader. Man Macho on a set of softs for his first stint. Wendigo on the softs as well. Mediums on board for Hirokram. Mad Lad on a pad on the mediums. Mediums for Mockin. James Harbin on the mediums. Mediums for RCMBE2. Mediums for Rob. Mediums for Batty. Mediums for Sven. Mediums for Rick. And mediums for Tatey. So I think it's just Monkey Man and Wendigo on the softs, I believe. Everybody else out on the mediums. Battersby goes a little bit wayward through that corner, keeps Monkey Man and Wendigo in the fight. They might get an overtake here. Macho is all over the back of Battersby. Oh, they're having a little bit of bump drafting themselves here. Going for the move then, Monkey Man, can he get himself past? There he is, goes for the outbraking down in towards turn 1. And gets that position back off of Battersby, with the help down the start finish straight. There you go, some good driving, pull themselves away from Wendigo. First and second. Wendigo still about a second behind. Hirokram lost another couple of tenths actually in 4th. Mad Lad on a pad falling back a little bit as well. Feet just starting to stretch out a little bit now. A couple of seconds starting to show between some of these battles that we did have earlier on. James Harbin has got himself tucked under the rear wing of Mockin Weeks here, looking for that 6th place off him. Run down towards this chicane at the bottom of the hill. Mockin goes a little bit defensive there, defends that position on the way in. Nowhere to go for James Harbin on the way out of there, but it is going to slow them down a little bit in the chase. As if they think about it, Jay, a lot of the times they don't, you know, they're just sort of embroiled in the race. They don't really think about it. I mean, some drivers do, obviously. Kicking off behind as well. RCMBE2 under a little bit of threat here from Rob S. He's just tucked onto that fight as well. Oof, both of those drivers going a little bit wide there. Rob S going very wide. Batty's having a run on him. Again, just helping each other out down this long start finish straight. But Will Batty get the move done? Swings himself over to the right hand side of the circuit now. He goes for the out-braking manoeuvre on Rob S. Gets that position done. Rob S right behind him on the exit though. Oh, he's next to him. Not going to get a run down towards turn 2, unfortunately. Batty stays in 9th, then holds on to that position. Just Rob S looking to come back at him. Back off the throttle through there as well, so they don't go too wide. Sven 11th, he's broken away from Rick 33. And TRG Tatey, unfortunately, nearly 6 seconds, 5.5 seconds down in 13th, so he's had a bit of a moment somewhere. Now, what's happened to Match Monkey? Monkey, what have you done? You're soft giving out already. Dropped himself to 3rd position. He just got the position back off of EKS Battersby. Lost his picked up a penalty actually just around this very corner. Might make him another one for that. Lost it coming onto the start finish straight. Kept himself in the fight with Wendigo. Managed to get the position back off of Battersby and now is in 3rd position. Not so nice looking soft tyres. Battersby is starting to pull a gap over Wendigo as well. 1.1 seconds. Sure, yeah, there we go. Oh, I was expecting Monkey Man to use a bit of a bump draft down there actually. Instead he's gone for the full overtake on teammate Wendigo. Gets himself back into 2nd now on the hunt for that top spot again. Nice line through there, takes a 10th out of Battersby's time. Just out of that slipstream range. He needs to make it up through the corners. Obviously Battersby will be doing exactly the same thing. Everybody's struggling through that right-hander. Tricky corner. Just tighten up on the way through there. Tightens up through here as well. Opens out again. Oh, everybody's stretching those track limits. Gap has come down though, down to half a second between the top 2. Wendigo falls down to 1.2 seconds behind then. Hirokram in 4th, gets his gap down to a 2nd, so he's putting himself back into Wendigo. Again, medium tyre versus soft tyre. It is just the 2 LTE team drivers on the soft tyre for this first stint. Mad Lad on a pad in 5th. He's broken that gap again between himself and Mockin. That's up to 1.7 seconds. Got a little bit of clear air behind him. James Harbin another 2nd back. Aussie MBE2 very similar, about a 2nd. Batty another 0.7. Rob S is a 2nd behind him in 10th. Got Sven in 11th, 2.1 seconds back. Rick 33 has closed the gap back on him, but unfortunately, as you can see there, he's got a penalty. So any work he did have, he's going to lose now when he hits this penalty zone. See how much he does lose, 1.1 as he hits that penalty zone. By the time he's fully back up to speed, we'll have a look exactly the gap when he comes down to turn 1. It's going to be disgusting. So from a half a second penalty, it's turned into 1.5 seconds loss. Pretty much for Rick 33, so the penalty system's still not quite right here on GT. Tatey falling a little bit further back as well, 9 seconds down now for the 13th place driver. Oh, top spot is having a punch up. Macho Man going for the lead. He's got himself back in front of Battersby, but again his tyres are starting to show a fair chunk of wear. He's on the softs versus Battersby. Has a look at the inside into the chicane, gets the move. Good battle between these two. Keyman trying to come back on the exit of that chicane section. Let's get ourselves on a little bit of chase cam. Bumper cam. Trying to hug that apex then. Battersby doesn't want to give Monkey Man any kind of room to sneak one up the inside here. He's going for for a different exit on the way through that final corner, looking for a run. Oh, he gets a wobble on, gets looking for a run on Battersby, so it is pretty much going to be a drag race. It does look like Monkey Man's just got a very slight advantage. There he is, gives a wave. No, no wave. He's got the inside line down into turn 1 here, has Monkey Man. He's already actually got the lead. Tyres still holding out then, 12, nearly 13 minutes into this one. By the time we can see those pit stops happen, it's all going to start going out the window. We won't know who's going to be where, we don't know what strategies people are on yet. I can imagine the Monkey Man is probably on a 2-stopper. He's going to go soft, medium. A little bit of time over Battersby again then, but the top 4 starting to close back up. The battle up front has allowed the drivers behind Wendigo and Hirokram to get back involved here. Just 1.7 seconds between these top 4. Anything's possible then again, especially with the tyres. Look at this, Wendigo's front left absolutely blown out. He'll be struggling with that. Battersby looking for the fastest lines, fair chunk on Monkey Man's tyres as well here. Should be able to get a set of softs to really get you about 17 minutes through, depending on how they've got the tyre wear set up. So medium's about 20-25 minutes of push. Macho not stopping yet then. Battersby stays out as well. Wendigo stays out. Hirokram stays out. Nobody coming in yet then. It will be the soft tyre drivers first, I would have thought. Lad on a pad though, under threat from Mockin. That gap from 1.7 seconds is down to, well, nothing now. Mockin using that slipstream then. Look at the speed advantage he's got coming out towards turn 1. Hard on the brakes, advantage into the corner. Nice and clean on the way out, gets himself back into 5th then, Mockin. Mad lad on a pad, still filling his rear mirrors. Place to overtake at Fuji. It is possible, but only in 1 or 2 spots really. It's easy to defend, that's for sure. So we'll keep an eye on that fight. Can Mockin Reeds hold on to that 5th? James Harben way back now then, 2 seconds off the back of Mad Lad on a pad. RCMBE 2, pretty close to him though, 0.7 of a second. Batty another 0.3 of a second, closing that gap up himself. Rob S in 10th, then 1.7 seconds down off that fight in front. Sven another 4.6 back, Rick 33 hanging with him at the minute, still 0.7 of a second. Tatey losing a bit more time, 13.5 seconds. Doing well on the worn softs then, Macho. Opt for a pit stop yet. 15 minutes in, nearly 16 minutes in. Monkey Man Macho staying over to this left hand side of the circuit. Doesn't look like he's going to hit yet. He doesn't. Everybody staying out again. Hirokram in a good position for a move down on Wendigo. If he can get the move before turn 1 starts to close up. Look at the speed increase. Swings out now, gets the move. Will take that 3rd position unless he completely muffs up this corner. Oh, through he goes. Wendigo into that 4th position. Now then, can Hirokram on the semi-worn mediums start closing the gap up on Battersby, who's on a very similar tyre. Well, he's on the mediums, very similar tyre wear between them. You can see the gap starting to stretch out again between Monkey Man Macho and Battersby in front. Tyre wear might start playing its part soon. Jump on board. Oof, Battersby going a little bit wide through there again. Jump on board with Monkey Man Macho up front. You can see that front left is absolutely crying out to be changed. Might risk 1 more lap on that. He's got plenty of fuel to do whatever he wants. It's all about those tyres. Whoa, 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 there we go, there we go. Tyre wear is starting to play its part then. Sideways out through there for Monkey Man Macho. Well held, sir, well held, Driftertronic. But it must be costing him a bit of time. Although, saying that, he's got 2 seconds at the minute over Battersby. Oh, he's sideways out of that final corner as well. Is Macho going to risk another lap here? I think he is. He is. 1.9 second lead. Battersby then holding second. But for how much longer? Hirokram right behind him in third. Wendigo is coming in the pits. Yeah, he's not risking another lap on those tyres. So first of the stops coming in then. Nearly 18 minutes in. Wendigo meets on the mediums. Stays out. Mad Lad on a pad right behind him, looking for a toe down towards this turn 1 opportunity. He's going defensive early on. He's going to make Mad Lad on a pad roll around the outside. He's going for it. Holds onto that one again for another lap. It's kicking off a 6 as well. RCMBE 2. He's got an absolute mirror full of James Harbin and ART Batty. Holds onto it into turn 2. Rob S up into 9th. Rick in 10th. Sven in 11th. Wendigo back out the pits. Fresh set of softs on board. Didn't take on board any fuel. So looking like a soft medium setup for Wendigo. TvT 16.5 seconds down. Yeah, I think everybody's on very similar fuel, to be honest, Jay. Half a tank for everybody. Now then, Macho, that 2 second lead has diminished and it's just fallen a little bit more. It's down to 1.1 seconds. Battersby and Hirokram closing up. Ooh, Monkey Man. So he picked up his penalty earlier on. So that front left is pretty much gone. A little bit wide on the exit there as well. He peels over to this right hand side of the circuit. Everybody else does as well. They're looking for the toe. They might come in the pits, they might not. They might just be getting the toe off of Monkey Man coming out of turn, that final turn, which is exactly what they've done. And they continue to peel off down towards turn 1. Battersby back into the lead of the race then. Now got a mirror filled with Hirokram though in second. So I would assume that Monkey Man Macho is also going to come out on another set of soft tyres. And I would assume in... I would assume... Sorry, I was just looked up and it looked like Battersby was on the wrong side of the white line, but he wasn't. Yeah, these boys, you're probably going to see another couple of minutes, a couple of laps out of them on these before they attempt to come in. About 25 minutes-ish, really, for a set of mediums. We'll see, though, again, with these tyre settings and the fact that it's a mid-rear, they do seem to wear their tyres out reasonably squarely in terms of front or rear. You can see there's a fair amount of wear on the backs of these as well. If they were full rear-wheel drive, they'd be absolutely blown out on the rear by now. Keeping that lead, Hirokram keeping it right there with him. He's done a good job actually. He was a few seconds down. The field had stretched open quite a bit, but he's kept himself in the fight as Hirokram, and he's, as you can see, back into second position. Yet to stop though. We'll see how things play out after the full first round of stops here. Battersby and Hirokram stopping out for another one. Plenty of life left in these medium tyres. Hirokram's actually looking a lot better than Battersby's. So we could see advantage Hirokram here if Battersby comes in maybe a lap or two earlier than Hirokram. But we have now got I've forgotten his name already. I'm gonna have to go and find him because I've forgotten his name already. Him, Monkey Man Macho. Oh, he's got himself another penalty. Oh, he's dropped himself. I was expecting him to come out on a set of softs again actually, but he's not. He's dropped the mediums on. Middle stint, fortunately, that's caught him out a little bit. He's managed to pick himself up a little half a second penalty there. Sven also in the pits now as well. He's dropping off his mediums. So we're going to see 2 stoppers for everyone. Just go in 1 top mediums, 2 sets of softs. Yeah, I can imagine Hirakram is probably fuel saving. Sorry for the epilepsy. Yeah, Hirakram being tucked up behind Battersby, as long as his lap times aren't falling off too quickly. Yeah, he's got a little bit more on board, and again his tyre's looking way better at the minute for Hirakram. See, keeping himself right in check with EKS Battersby though, just 0.4 of a second in it between them. Where's Monkey compared to Wendigo? So Wendigo's in 8th and I think Monkey's in 11th or 12th. Let's just slowly go through. Come on PlayStation, give me my R1 button back. R2 button, I forgot now, I've not used it for so long. Oh, Monkey's in 10th then. Okay, so he's made up a couple of positions. A couple of positions behind Wendigo. Again, Wendigo on the soft tyre now. Monkey Man Macho on that medium tyre. We'll see, can he close up on his teammate? There he is in 9th, just got himself past Rig 33. 33 is going to be in any minute, I can imagine. Get rid of those mediums as well. Stays out for another one by the looks of it. Oh, no, maybe not. He peels his way over to this right-hand side. Will be coming in for a pit stop then. And is Mad Lad on a pad also in right about now. Pit crew working hard. Those tyres on. Oh, taking on board a little bit of fuel as well from Mad Lad on a pad. Second stint on the mediums, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Different strategies all over. Oof, here we go then. Battersby now with half a second penalty. Not far off that penalty zone as well. You might see him drop himself in the pits. At the same time he's losing this penalty, we'll see. If it was me, that's the kind of thing I'd do. Waste it all on one lap. You don't want a slow lap this time, losing half a second penalty, and then a slow lap when you pit in and pit out lap. Hirakram all over the back of him then. Will get in a position when Battersby loses this penalty. Again, they might come in the pits here. It's about right, 25 minutes. Battersby drops that penalty and does come in the pits, exactly what I thought I would do. And that does then release Hirakram into the lead of the race. Have a great big pile of time as well to play with by the time anyone else crosses. So Mocking Weeks then across the line, not stopped yet. 12.4 seconds the gap between first and second, and currently 25 minutes into this full 1 hour endurance here at Fuji. ART Batty not stopped yet either, another 4.7 seconds down, but currently third. Wendigo in 4th then, with those soft tyres, has taken a stop. EKS Battersby back out the pits in 5th. Sticks himself right in between the two LT drivers. He's also got himself a set of soft tyres on as well, so should be able to keep himself way ahead of Macho Man. It's not Macho Man, but that's what he's lovingly going to be called. Probably several times. For Monday Night Minis. Yeah, Monkey Man's he's lost that advantage coming out of the pits, unfortunately. Has given it back to Christ. See, new drivers. Battersby, that's the one. Gap 3.2 seconds between the previously two fighting drivers. Another 7.3 between Battersby and Wendigo, again both on the same tyre now, although Wendigo's starting to show a little bit of wear. Batty in 3rd then, not stopped again. Running long on the mediums. Maybe just going for the single stop, maybe running this mediums for a full 30 minutes, or as long as he possibly dares. Not the way I was meant to be going. I was meant to be looking at Hirakram, so still pulling time. 13.1 seconds on the softs over Mocking Weeks. How far back is Wendigo? 1 second. He's 19.7 seconds. So we'll regain the lead when he comes through. What's a pit stop looking like? Battersby, what, 20 seconds? 20 seconds-ish. We'll see what plays out. Still plenty of life left in Hirokram's mediums, that's for sure. Still got quarter of a tank on board as well. 13, nearly 14 seconds over the closest rival, Mocking Weeks, at the minute. But no stop taken. Hopefully he can get himself back out in front. Well, that's, you know, obviously that's what you'd want to be doing. Get yourself back out in front of those other drivers you were having a battle with. With that fresh tyre, blasted to the end of the race. 28 minutes gone then. Will we see Hirokram come in now or at the end of the next lap? Is he going for a one stop on 2 sets of mediums? I know, because you've got to use the softs as well, so at some point they've got to stick a set of softs on. Unless he's doing half an hour of these and then 2 sets of softs for sort of 15 minutes each. Still pulling time over Mocking then. That time stretches up to 14.3 seconds. Batty in third on those worn mediums. It is being closed up by Wendigo. He has gained about half a second on race leader Hirokram as well on those softs. But that advantage is slowly falling away as these soft tyres wear out as well. So Batty under threat for this final podium position at the minute. Again, not stopped yet has Batty. Wendigo has taken a stop. So Battersby on his softs pulls a lot of time over Monkey Man Macho. That gap up to 6.7 seconds. And he is slowly closing up on Wendigo, although Wendigo's just about to go for a move himself for third. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide through that corner. That is a tricky one to get right. Difficult to overtake round there as well. Again, it does tighten up a little bit through there. So Wendigo falls back off of that fight with Batty. Half a second he's got to make up. It's all going to help out this man. He's got that time down to less than 5 seconds. Oh, Monkey Man's having an absolute nightmare of it by the looks of it. Has he lost another 5 seconds just there? Gap between himself and Battersby now 13 seconds. Then in 7th on a set of softs now then. His stop taken. Softs on board for James Harbin. Softs on board for Rob S. Mediums back on for RCMBE2. Another set of mediums on for Sven. Rick 33 has gone for another set of mediums. And Tatey a set of softs. Now this man, Hirokram, stops out again. Still loads of fuel left on board. Mediums almost done. He is still pulling time over Mocking Weeks behind him. But I think gap has grown another 2 seconds since we last looked, but again Wendigo, that gap's back up to 19 seconds between himself and Hirokram, race leader. It's all going to work out for Hirokram. What can Battersby do? Again, he is closing that gap down on Batty. He is just a little bit behind Wendigo, so starting to close the gap then on his softs. EKS Battersby. Can he get himself back to the front of the race? Still got to work his way past Hirokram as well once he stopped. His softs looking pretty good though. Monkey Man Macho's mediums looking really good, but he is struggling a little bit. 14.2 seconds behind Battersby, who he was having a damn good fight with in the first stint. Taking all sorts of lines through there then, Monkey Man. Keeping himself out of Mad Lad on the pads. Clutches though, James Harbin and P1. Rob S having a punch for 8th at the minute. Rob S might get a run on him down the hill down towards the chicane. He's got to wing up the inside? No, he hasn't. He just backs out. James Harben holds onto that one then. Nowhere for Rob S to go through these next few corners. So we'll have to hold on for tonight for the time being. RCMBE2 another 7.2 seconds down in 10th. Sven another 10.4 seconds down in 11th. Rick 33 another 9.6 seconds down in 12th. And Tate 7.2 down in 13th. Now then, back up front, Wendigoo's got himself past Rocky Weeks into P2. Only just, he is now still 18, nearly 19 seconds behind this man. So he's not been able to use those softs to much advantage really. James Harben has put an absolute stomper on in terms of lap times. So since lap 11, it's been low 146s. That's been pretty good. Okay, so we've got soft tyres on for Wendigo. He's been putting in medium to low 145, so has been closing the gap back, but those lap times are starting to fall away. EKS Battersby now starting to close up on Mocking Weeks as well. Mocking Weeks have not stopped. He's got to go and stick a set of tyres on at some point. His fuel's almost done here as well. Battersby trying to go around the outside through these tricky off-camber corners. Mocking Weeks, I think, just letting him go through. He knows he can't battle the driver on those fresher tyres. Must have seen how quick Battersby was closing up. But in front, Wendigoo's picked up a half a second penalty. That's going to put a dent in his attempt to keep himself in front of Battersby. He's got 2 seconds at the minute, but not for long. Penalty zone coming up any second now then. Bing, there it is. So he loses his penalty, but then Battersby, again, was 2 seconds behind him coming out of that final corner. Might even be able to go for the move here down into turn 1. Might be a little bit late. It's going to be a brave one if he does. He backs out, he backs out. He did think about it though, he did think about it, but Wendigo gave him plenty of room through there. Again, the tyre wear might have been a factor in that one. Goes a little bit wide then, Wendigo. Battersby goes through. But the little battle between those two has just allowed Hirokram to stretch that lead out a little bit more. 20 seconds he's got now, almost out of fuel, almost out of tyres. 35 minutes almost on the clock. Soft tyres and Battersby will help him close up. Wendigoo's probably going to be in any minute, next lap or two I would assume. Now when are you going to come in, Hirokram? He has absolutely smashed it on those mediums, you know, considering he was in the thick of it and then fell back and had to fight his way back up towards the top 3. Got himself, did that. Looks like he's coming in this lap. So he got himself tucked in behind Battersby before he came in for his pit stop. So I think he was able to save his tyres and fuel a little bit there. Through this final corner then for Battersby. Hirokram not even made it to his pit box yet. So Battersby goes past the pit entrance. Wendigo coming in as well. He needs another set of tyres. He also needs fuel this lap as well. Mocking Weeks in as well. Monkey Man, plenty of fuel on. Tyres not looking too bad. Where is he going to end up? Where is... Oh, Battersby stayed out. Okay, Hirokram. Come on, get your fuel on, lad. Another set of mediums on board. That might change when he actually exits the pits. Oh yeah, it has. So he's back on the softs then. But it is Battersby that retakes race lead. Monkey Man Macho goes for the move and gets it just down that start-finish straight. But again, he's picked himself up a half a second penalty. Hirokram on that faster tyre, already taking advantage of those. Gets himself past ART Mad Lad on a pad. There we go. Advantage for Hirokram then. Monkey Man in front has got semi-worn mediums. Half a second penalty he's got to drop as well. And now the hunt is actually on for this man, Battersby. 23 seconds up the road with a semi-worn set of soft tyres on. Only quarter of a tank left on of fuel, so he'll have to come in for another stop at least. But has it all fallen just right for Hirakram? He might have to do the last few laps with just on his rims, maybe. He's all over Monkey Man Macho, all over the back of him as they come up towards these tricky off-camber corners. Again, Monkey Man's got this penalty he's got to lose when he hits this start-finish straight. Hirakram in perfect position to regain this position off of him. So let's see what Hirakram can do. A little bit wide there on the exit for Monkey Man. Almost gets it wrong on the way out. Almost takes out Hirakram in the process. Does he lose this position to Mad Lad on a pad as well? Hirakram goes through then. Mad Lad on a pad. Ooh. Okay. Monkey Man's come in. He's taken a final stop. He's probably going to stick another set of softs on, I would assume. But has that put a big dent in his race? Has he got his strategy all wrong here? He's falling down the order. But it is this man leading. Less than a quarter of a tank on board though. 22 minutes left to race. Yeah, I think Hirakram's softs will be dead. Just dead. There's no other word for it after this final stint. But he should have enough of a gap between himself and anybody else. It's going to be close to Battersby, to be honest. 20 odd second the stop time. Oof. Fresh set of softs on board for Hirakram though. What is he? 24.1 seconds behind Battersby at the minute. Needs to start chopping that time down. Mad Lad trying to stick with him, but his softs is crying out to be changed now as well. Rob S. His softs not looking too bad, a little bit of life left in those. James Harbin's need to be changed ASAP. Wendigo out for his final stint then. Fresh set of mediums, plenty of fuel on. ART Batty, fresh set of softs on, plenty of fuel as well. Mocking Weeks in a similar position, fresh softs, plenty of fuel. RC MBE2 then in 9th position, semi-worn mediums and about half a tank. That should have lasted. Monkey Man back out the pits, fresh softs and a little bit of fuel on board, so just under 3/4 of a tank from him, but that drops him all the way down to 10th. Oh, he's gone wide through there again. He really doesn't like that corner. Seems to be where he's picking up most of his penalties, I think, for Monkey Man. Maybe that one as well. Sven then in 11th, Rick 33 in 12th and Tatey in 13th. Tyres all over the place. So Battersby still leading. That time has come down by about a second though. Hirakram's taken that time from him. Getting closer and closer to running out of fuel. Remaining then. Again, a set of soft tyres really should be doing you about 17 minutes, but we saw how well Hirakram managed a set of mediums in the first stint, so we'll see how well he can manage a set of softs in this second stint, or final stint as it will be for him. Again, if he can look after a set of mediums that well for that long, he should be able to do a pretty good job on here. He might end up losing a bit of time while he does it, but if it gives him enough grip to battle to the end, whoa, well, it was worth it, wasn't it? Still 23.5 seconds between himself and this man, Battersby. Again, stays out for another lap here, Battersby. Plenty of fuel to do so, but he'll probably be in at the end of this lap. His fuel gauge is flashing at him. That usually tells you you've got about 1 lap's worth of fuel left. Now's the time Hirakram needs to make it work, really. Not that he knows Battersby's coming in, but knowing he's coming in. Well, if he knew he was coming in, he would try and stomp it a little bit more, close that gap up, get in front, try and make that break by the time he gets back out. Time ticking down rapidly. 18 minutes left on the race timer. Last few corners then for EKS Battersby. I assume he's going to come in for a pit stop. He might be able to eke out another lap with that fuel. He'd be brave. Looks like he might actually. He's going to brave it out for another lap. All right. That could all be working into Hirokram's hands. He's got that time just below 22 seconds. And he's still running quicker than Battersby. His tyres struggling around turn one then. Man hunting down EKS Battersby for that lead. ART lad on a pad now in the pits, taking his final stint. Front left absolutely blown out, fuel tank pretty much empty. Rob S comes in as well, he's taking his final stop. Wendigo comes through, he's got enough fuel and tyres to last him. ART Batty chasing him down as well, he's on that soft tyre as well, could be in a good position for a move here as long as he doesn't blow those softs out too early. Weeks in 5th again on soft tyres, could get himself back in the fight with Wendigo here. Obviously MBE2 in 6th, his mediums showing a fair chunk of wear. Has he got enough fuel to last him as well? We'll see. There is Monkey Man Macho LT in 7th position currently, just over half a tank, plenty of life left in his tyres. Madland on a pad. Oh, he's got the dreaded 3-second pit penalty. He's crossed the white line coming out and he's picked himself up 3 seconds. What a kick in the groin that is. Sven coming up pretty close behind him as well, 2.1 seconds. Will get past as long as he can make his tyres work. Rob S, fresh tyres, plenty of fuel in 11th. James Harben, quarter of a tank. Is that going to last you? I don't think it is. Tyres looking pretty poor as well, that front left. Need changing before the end. Okay, race leader in. Sorry, Tatey. Gap down to 21.5 seconds. Just wait for EKS Battersby to hit his pit box. So he only needs enough fuel to finish the race. He'll go for a fresh set of softs, I can imagine. Just put in a set of mediums on now. Plenty of fuel then, just under that half a tank. Let's see what the gaps are. Saying 11, 12. That's a big old gap to make up in 14.5 minutes. Again, fresh tyres, holding slightly less fuel on board than Hirokram, I think. So Hirokram is running a little bit heavier, a little bit more tyre wear on his car, so I don't think Battersby can close up that 12.5 seconds though. That's a big old gap to try and chop down in 14 minutes. It's all kicking off at 3rd though. ART Batty having a look at Wendigo. Mockin Weeks closing up again on that fight. Let's get ourselves on board with Mockin. Looking at that battle in front. Again, Wendigo has gone for a set of softs. They are starting to show big amounts of wear. Versus, he's on the mediums, isn't he, Wendigo? Yes, he's on a set of mediums versus Batty and Mockin Weeks, both on a set of softs. Closes up again, 3rd, 4th and 5th then, about a second between them. They need to hang on to Wendigo's rear end as he comes around this final corner. Get the run on the start-finish straight. So how close are they going to be by the time they hit this corner? Freaks is well within slipstream range of Batty. Batty's well within slipstream range of Wendigo as well, so they'll both close up on him. Let's change that camera angle up a little bit. But not enough to go for a move. Those gaps just stretched out enough to prevent anyone going for an overtake down this start-finish straight. Hard on the brakes for Mockin, almost hits the back end of Batty. He'll close back up again. So back up front, Hirakram still holds 12.3 seconds. He now just about hits that half a tank mark in terms of fuel. Tyres are showing a fair chunk of wear, but he has only got 13 minutes. We did say that he put these tyres on quite early, so they will be very, very broken by the time this race is over. So it might be down to the sort of last, I don't know, 7 minutes-ish when you start to see Hirakram's lap times fall off. And you start to see Battersby really chopped into that 12-second lead. It's a fair chunk of fuel already. Evening Bird Turgler. Lovely name there, sir. Lovely. I like that. What kind of birds are you turgling is the question. Still holding 12 seconds then. Battersby not able to chop chunks out of that time of Hirakram's. Again, I think it'll be down to the last few minutes of the race really, maybe the last 6, 7, 8 minutes. Fresh tyres on board for Battersby. Hirakram in first, starting to show that wear. Time, so he's just hit a 1:45.1 there. He's 1:44, 1:44 prior to that, so was running a fair bit quicker. They might have a bit of wear left on him again, but you know, we know Hirakram can look after a pair of tyres, whether there's anything left by the end of it. I suppose a lot of it depends how quickly this man closes up. If Hirakram starts seeing him in his rearview mirror, for instance, he might try and start stamping that little McLaren out front, putting a little bit more wear and pressure on those tyres. We'll see. Minutes left then, and it's still 11.5 seconds the gap between Hirakram and Battersby. Hirakram got a little back marker to try and clear. He's in the perfect position to do it as well, just coming up to him before this start-finish straight. Able to benefit of a little bit of a toe off him actually down here. Yeah, he's close enough. Time between himself and Battersby behind him at a constant. Closes up a little bit then. Hirakram on TvT in front. Again, not in the same battle. So we're on board with the front man. We're looking at the last man currently. TvT making it nice and simple for Hirakram to go through. Saw that he was race leader, just gives him plenty of space to make that way through. Time has dropped a little bit just while he was waiting behind TvT. It's just under the 11-second mark between himself and EKS Battersby. We have only got 9 minutes left. It's looking better and better for Hirakram, minute after minute, corner after corner. Got himself that little bit of breathing room. He's now got a driver between himself and Battersby as well. Not that TvT's going to hold up Battersby either. Ooh, sneaky Battersby putting in the fastest lap there. Lap 28. He was already holding fastest lap anyway. He's now just beaten that 1:44.3 for him. Again, driving fast, but not fast enough to catch up with Hirakram. Again, Hirakram's just got to be careful of his tyres in these last few minutes. Starting to show three quarters wear on that front left. Might start showing its ugly head. still in the low 145s in terms of lap times. Let's have a look at Battersby's. The last couple, there you go, last couple were 144, so he is starting to chop that time down. 9.9 seconds the gap between these two. Taking his time around these corners then. Again, doesn't want to take his time too much, doesn't want to give the race to Battersby. He's got to be careful he doesn't push too hard, trying to maintain that gap. Again, he's got 10 seconds, he's only got 7.5 minutes. He's just got to manage that, not overthink it too much. Battersby will be absolutely pressing with everything he's got at the minute. 9.7 seconds the gap, looking for any advantage he can get. He'll want to see the back end of TvT, that's for sure. Give me a toe, he'll be shouting. Wait for me, as he hits the start-finish straight. Another 2/10 out of that time, 9.5 seconds. Yes, as I thought, Hirakram's tyres just starting to affect him a little bit. His lap times just hitting a 1:45.8 there from a 1:45.2. Battersby getting that time down, almost 9 seconds. Again, might be a little bit too little too late. I'm not saying it is, like I say, you know, if Hirakram's tyres decide they don't like him anymore. Trip to the gravel. Ball fall into Battersby's hands. So there is the gap between Hirakram and the last place man TvT. We'll just get on board. There is TvT just in the distance. Gets that time down below 8 seconds then, Battersby. Oh, a little bit deep into turn one though. Gone a little bit deep in there. That time jumps back over 9 seconds. That's a little mistake from Battersby. He won't be happy with that at all. Again, it's just starting to chop that time down a little bit, starting to pile the pressure on Hirakram in front. 5.5 minutes left on the race timer then. It would have been down to literally the last lap, I think. I think times were coming together pretty quickly there. Battersby still taking time out of Hirakram in front. If it wasn't for that little mistake into turn one, it would probably be around the 7-second mark by now. There is Hirakram just going into the off-camber corners. TvT getting even closer. Battersby will want to be tucked onto the rear end of him by the time they hit this start and finish straight to try and get any kind of toe or advantage off of him. Through there is TvT then. Still not quite within the slipstream range yet for Battersby. To the start finish straight again then. 8.3 seconds the gap. 4.5 minutes left on the race timer. So Battersby closing up on TvT, trying to get that toe off of him. Sure if he's quite close enough. No, not this lap. Certainly isn't. Still 8.3 up front then for Hirakram. I'll have a flick through, see what everyone else is up to. Wendigoo's managed to hold on to this third position. Monkey Weeks has got his way past Batty. He's into fourth. Fifth for Batty then. The soft tyres absolutely blown out now. Nobody coming in for a pit stop this late in the game. Monkey Man in sixth, but he's got a long fight ahead of him. 4.1 seconds up towards Batty in fifth. Mad Lad on a pad in 7th then, 12.3 seconds down from Monkey Man. Rob S nearly 8 seconds down in 8th as well. James Harbin in 9th, another 6 seconds down. RCMB 2, 4.3 seconds behind him. Sven with a half a second penalty and 20 seconds gap between himself and RCMB 2. Rick 33 has got himself 12th position at the minute, 13.6 seconds behind Sven. TvT's another 13 seconds behind him in 13th. I think that was Battersby just getting past him, was it? Yes, it was. big chunk out of Hirakram's time, so it's down to 7.5 seconds. That front left looking dangerous at the minute. Again, only 3 minutes left on the race time, and that is going to be 2 laps here at Fuji. Without that little mistake from Battersby, he would be very, very close to Hirakram about now, I think. A couple of seconds, maybe 3. Good for Hirakram at the minute, 7.5 seconds. He's just got to make it round 2 more laps. He's got a driver in front of him he can gain a little bit of an advantage of if he can close up on him onto the start-finish straight. Maybe a little bit too far back. Battersby then comfortably in 2nd position. Wendigo another 25.4 seconds back. Medium's doing him well then. He was under threat from Mokiewicz and Batty. Yeah, Softs crying out to be changed though. Mokiewicz still piling the pressure on, but he is 3/4 of a second behind Wendigo. See, keeping himself in check at the minute. Far apart now, they're not that far apart, they can spot each other, that's for sure. 7.4 seconds between Battersby and Hirakram. Oh, Battersby's got a half a second penalty, that could be race over for him. There's no way he's going to be able to close up now anyway. 1 more lap to go, or not unless Hirakram bins it, but let's not give the old commentator's curse. Oh, what a shame for Battersby. Little mistake into turn 1, and now this penalty, yeah, that's really put a dent in his attack on Hirakram. So what have we got? 1 minute left on the clock, less than. These being 1 minute 45, 1 minute 44 laps. It's going to be done halfway round here. Hirakram then 8.9 seconds over Battersby. What's happening in lobby 2 as well. I'm sure we'll find out next week when the points arrive. Wendigo hanging on to this 3rd position. Mokiewicz keeping himself right there as well, just half a second back now. Not close enough to go for a move into turn 1 this lap. Monkey Man Macho has closed up on Batty. He's got half a second penalty he's got to lose at the end of this lap though. Soft and crying out to be changed. Oh, he's got a little wobble on. Oh, he's got a little wobble on. He's managed to hold on to it, but nearly lost it there. Monkey Man wasn't looking for a bit of a move on Batty then, but sideways action might have just cost him that position. Oh, we have got drivers. We are over that 15 minutes then. Sorry, that's 60 minutes. So that's the full 1 hour done for some drivers. James Harben comes across the line. He takes 9th. RCMBE2 comes home for 10th. Sven will take 11th. Rig 33 will take 12th. Tatey will take 13th, but I want to get back on board with this man as he just comes around this final corner. And he's just got to get across the line, which is going to be an easy task now. 7.3 seconds as he comes up towards the line. He's got the hazards on. He's giving it a weave as well. The flash of the lights as he comes up to the line. It's a good win by Hirakram. I've got to say, that was epic bit of racing. Battersby, can't take anything away from him. Real good battle with Monkey Man Macho for the first stint, but it all fell apart for Monkey Man Macho after that. Wendigo's going to come home in 3rd position. Closely chased by Mokiewicz, wasn't able to use his softs though to overtake Wendigo, so we'll have to settle for 4th position. So Wendigo up to the line then, he's going to take 3rd. Mokiewicz 4th position then. ART Batty takes 5th. Monkey Man Macho takes 6th. Mad Lad on a pad, he's going to come home and take 7th position. Some drivers haven't crossed the line, we'll flip through to those in a minute. So 7th for Mad Lad on a pad. Rob S coming up behind him, he's going to take 8th. have already seen. James Harman taking 9th, RCMBU2 taking 10th, Sven taking 11th, Rick 33 taking 12th, and Tatey taking 13th. But we'll have a look at official results then. There it is, Hirakram 37 on that top spot. Again, it was a good race by him. He fell off the top 3 a little bit, sort of about a quarter of the way through the race. A little bit of a battle up front allowed him to catch back up with Wendigo. Wendigo and him then closed up with Battersby and Monkey Man Macho. Pit stops. Monkey Man Macho's strategy, I think, went a little bit out the window. A couple of mistakes kicked in as well for him, and it cost him a few positions, unfortunately, so he ended up 6th. And Hirakram, like I say, just looked after his tyres, drove really well, tucked himself under the rear wing of Battersby to save himself a bit of fuel and a bit of tyres. And then come at the pit stop, he only took 1, and it worked out for him. 7.5 seconds by the time they crossed the line. So yeah, great result, Hirakram. Again, take nothing away from the other drivers. Good racing all around. Clean as well, you know, no contacts, no dingy dongs and that sort of stuff. We don't want to see that kind of stuff. But there it is, week 2 of the Battle of the Groups, or the team versus team, or whatever you want to call it. So again, next week, the lobbies, all the points from race 1 and race 2, that'll all be put together, and then the lobbies will be split between the top and the bottom halves, and the top half will go into one lobby, and the bottom half will go into another lobby. I'm not sure what they're going to look like yet, but you'll find out as and when I do next week. So what have I got coming up? What are we today? Friday, so that means I've got Sunday night with the P1 boys. I don't even know what we're racing. Is it the America's Cup thing? I've no idea. I lose my noodles sometimes. I do that many what is it? What have we got? Oh, it's the Mini Cup. Of course it is. It's the Mini Mayhem, the new minis that the P1 boys have got running. So that's Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Nothing on Monday yet. The new season of minis from the DK10 stables has not been announced, but I know it's in the works. We've got the Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. That's all being planned and looked after. That will be coming, again, as soon as I know, I'll let you not know. And then when this is finished, the Battle of the Groups, or the Team versus Team, we will have the return of the GTTCC, or the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. One of the biggest unofficial Gran Turismo leagues on the planet. There's usually 100 plus drivers in there, spread across sort of 7 or 8 lobbies. And everyone's liveried up and linked into teams and stuff. Really good event. Loads of hype around it as well. Videos and photos and livery comps and all sorts of stuff. So keep your ears to the ground for that. But for me, it's that's all for me tonight. So back on Sunday night, 9 o'clock for the P1 boys and their mini races. And then back same time, same place next week. Friday night, 9 o'clock for week 3 of the Battle of the Groups, or the Team versus Team. Thank you all for watching. No problem. Yes, it was a good race, Mr. Clark. It was a good race. Yes, thank you, Jay. Great comms as always. Appreciated, mate. No worries. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, a comment, a subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But most of all, you know what's coming next, people. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.